This is going to be your overview video as well as your research requirements. Here, if you look, I have my example logo completed, and I want to go over and break down what is included in this project. You will be having roughly 2 versions of your logo, and that is to do with what your logo will be on. You never really know what the background color that it will be on. Perhaps it'll be on a black hoodie, an orange hoodie, a white hoodie, a gray hoodie. So you will need to have at least 2 versions of your logo, and I will show you as to why. Your logo will have to have a black outline in any white spaces that there are, in case it is on a white subject matter. White water bottle, white hoodie, white sweatpants. However, it could go on any colored background, like this deep orange one right here. You could add a flare color to it, to incorporate some yellow into our logo. Or, instead of that, you could go background agnostic, like this, where you incorporate some of that intended background color, but now it could literally go on anything and function on anything. The only color to be careful of in this logo will be white. You never want to leave an open white color. Your max amount of colors, this is going to be a great challenge for you guys, is 4. And I'm going to give them to you right now. You can incorporate them however you want. Black, white, yellow, and orange. The shades of yellow and orange that you use, you can pick whatever you want, but it can only be 1 shade of yellow and 1 shade of orange. The black and white must be an absolute black and white. We're going to go no grays in at least the initial logo just for print cost. I'll go over more of that or explain that live if you want to hear more about that. As you can see, layers exist in Illustrator, very similar to how they do in Sketchbook or in Photoshop. I have my layers open here. We'll get more into that in the next video, so I'm going to hide some and go over all the different layers that you'll need. The background one, you will want to change the background color often to see if your logo looks good on other colors. You got to think about all the different variety of things that it could go on. However, you're going to start with a stock photo of a lion of your choice. I've dimmed this to 50% because we're going to be tracing the lion, so there's that. You will also need a minimalistic lion logo to use as inspiration after you do some work with your lion's face. I found this logo here, and I will be using and sampling a little bit of the outside fur of his mane for my final logo. In addition to that, you need flair. The flair can be whatever you want. It could be a crown. I've used a crown. I have some other examples coming up later, but I really want you to either think outside the box for this. And this, I think the flair item will make all of our logos dramatically different. You can see even in this minimal one, it has a crown. This crown I just did not like, however, so I took this one as my inspiration source. You will be combining all 3 of these into a logo of your own. If you look closely, the face of the lion is the face of this lion right here. The eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Then, if you look closely in my outline, the outsides are the fur of the minimal logo. And then, last but not least, the crown is the crown from this one. This way we avoid any kind of copyright issues because we've appropriated multiple sources into our own unique source. This is honestly how it's done 99% of the time in the professional world. After you have your outline, what you will be doing is literally just popping color into the outline. Now, you might be saying there's no color in that. I've popped white and black into those colors because now if I were to have a background, you would see the white. Undercolor layers. This is where it can get kind of advanced. I like a little bit of highlight yellow in here. You can incorporate far more yellow than I did. I really downplayed the yellow. And then the undercolor too. This is a foolproof thing to do just in case our logo ever goes on white, which it honestly will. It's inevitable that it will have a white background when it's used for multiple things like a letterhead or something like that. All right. That is the breakdown. Now comes the research. Let me minimize Illustrator. Gosh forbid I didn't tell you this already. up here in the top left of Illustrator and all Mac software. Actually, if you open up an app, the red dot right here, the X, will close the app. The yellow one will minimize it. And the green one, it already is maximized, but it'll make it fill the screen. So I'm going to hit minimize on that one right there. Actually, I'm going to hit minimize on my Google tab for now, too, to show you. I already have my 3, but I'm going to pull one more to get a total of 4. You have, again, 3 research subjects that you need to do. You need to find realistic photos of lions that we could use as tracing sources. So here are the 3 that I have gotten. I've gotten a full body lion, which, again, you do not have to do just a face. I have a little bit of a angled view one there that could be more dynamic, and then your more traditional straight-on roaring lion. Minimal logos. We're looking for modern, minimalistic, simple, but effective logos. Here's a full body one. I recommended trying to find at least 1 full body that you like, and then 2 other ones. Got this one right here, and this one right here. Last but not least, flare items. This one has 2 flare items, honestly. It has the crown, but also this crest right here to kind of frame it. Good idea. Keep that one in mind. Next one, speaking of crest, this is a lot more of an elaborate crest. I should speak to the pixelated quality of this photo. It doesn't matter. We're only using this as a resource for inspiration purposes. We are never, ever, ever using the actual photos that we find. So don't worry about the quality as long as you can see it to, use it as inspiration. You're fine. And then last but not least, the one I went with, a nice, relatively minimalistic crown with just a little bit of design to it right there. So how do you find these photos and how do you save them to your Mac? I recommend using, I don't know if Chrome is actually installed on yours. Safari will work. They both work. You're going to go to Google, and let's start out with realistic lion. What I searched was lion stock photo or stock photography. Either one of these will definitely work. You can be more specific in your search. Go to images. And in here, they'll have more categories. Roaring lion. I think we want to keep that one in check, look at that. Scroll through these, find one that you want. Let me click on a subcategory. Let's try roaring and see what comes up. Oh, that's from the Lion King movie. He looks like he's yawning in that one. I want a roaring lion, not a yawning lion. All right, we're going to go with this one here. And honestly, don't be alarmed if you're using a similar photo to somebody else, because what we're doing to them is going to be dramatically different. Once you have the photo open here in Google, right-click it. To right-click on a Mac trackpad, press 2 fingers down at the same time. You're going to see this tab open up right here. Afterwards, you want this right there, Save Image As. Go ahead and click that. It doesn't honestly matter what it's saved as for the title. However, the where is really important. If it comes up as anything else, click this drop-down arrow and make sure that you save it to the desktop. Go ahead and then hit Save. Let's grab the minimalistic logo. So now I'm going to go to Lion. I'm honestly just going to do Lion logo. Maybe we'll do Lion logo design and see what comes up, see if we get something different. Oh yeah, these are wildly different than some of the ones that I've gotten. Find what you like. Think about what you like. I'm going to look for something different than I already have. There is a half crest here, which is pretty cool. This looks a little bit more Eastern in its design, which is interesting. I like this circle. I might come back to that one. We're going to go down a little further, though. We're just going to hop on down and see what I can get. This is really cool. This is neat. I think I could simplify that into less colors then as well. So I'm actually going to click on that. Aha, look at that. Boom. A lesser color version of it, with kind of like a setting sun look. Right click it, 2 fingers down on the trackpad, save image as, make sure it's to your desktop, hit save. Okay, flare items. You can do this honestly in really just about anything. If I have a setting sun here and this, maybe I want some kind of mountain. So I'm just going to put mountain at the end and see what comes up. We're going to get mountain lions. Let's see. But we have some mountains in there too, so we can actually make that work. Yes. I can take that sun from the other one you know, and I can incorporate that little strip of mountains right there. Let me see if there's anything else, or that. I think that one honestly is going to be a really solid option. This is a little too chunky for me. Yeah, we're going to go back up to that. We're going to use that one. I like it. Right click it, save image as, save. I'm going to close out of Chrome. I don't need it anymore, so I'll hit the red X. And you'll see that as you save items, they go along the top right of your desktop. So I'm just going to organize them. I like that as the lion logo right there. Or no, that was my flare for the mountain. This was the lion in stride with its body, and here is the face. All right, so now that we have these, let's organize our desktop because I don't like all this stuff out here on the desktop. Right click with 2 fingers on your desktop somewhere, and you'll see the first option here is New Folder. I want you guys to name this Logo, L-O-G-O, and then hit Enter. If you have your images organized like mine now, what you can do is start up here in the top left, click, drag, select them all, and then click and drag them on top of the folder. If you click and hold like this, it literally opens the folder up, and you can just kind of let go in, or you could even do it faster than that. This window here will now have all of our stuff, and in the next video we will be setting up the file. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this, move that over here, keep that nice and handy, and in the next video we'll be setting up our file and importing our photos. Till then, take care.